A little more than a year, voters across the Arklatex will play a critical role in 4 Senate races that could shape the balance of power in Congress. One of those races, the U.S. Senate seat in Texas, currently held by John Cornyn. But before next November, voters will choose between one of 3 candidates in the upcoming March primaries. According to a new poll from the University of Houston and Texas Southern University, Ken Paxton and John Cornyn are virtually tied in the Republican primary for the Texas U.S. Senate seat. Paxton, the Attorney General, has 34% of support, with the incumbent Cornyn coming in at 33%. Congressman Wesley Hunt, a newcomer to the race in recent weeks, now sits at 22%. The poll shows only 11% of Texas Republicans are still undecided. Mark Jones is a political science professor at Rice University.
One thing Wesley Hunt's entry into the race ensures is that we will not determine who the GOP nominee is in March. Rather, this contest will go to a May runoff because the distribution of the support among the 3 candidates is sufficiently distributed that no candidate is right now on track to win more than 50% of the vote in March.
If Cornyn does make it to the runoff, Jones says it could spell trouble for the longtime senator, but provide a major boost to Paxton because of an overall lower turnout, but more conservatives voting.
Cornyn's best hope for victory was a head-to-head matchup against Ken Paxton in the higher turnout March primary. If it goes to a May runoff, which now is virtually certain, Cornyn's going to have a tougher time defeating the Attorney General.
Among men, Paxton leads Cornyn by 8 points, but Cornyn flips the script and has a strong lead when it comes to Texas women by 9 points. Paxton is also leading among Latino voters 42 to 36%, while Cornyn does slightly better with older and college-educated Republicans. Then there's always the Trump factor. Jones says a seal of approval from President Donald Trump could go a long way. The poll found that 50% of primary voters say they're likely to vote for a Trump-endorsed candidate, while 40% say the president's approval will make no difference in who they select. Only 10% said it would make them less likely.
Without question, Donald Trump is a kingmaker in Republican primaries, and his endorsement is worth its weight in gold and is more valuable than any other endorsement out there.
But Jones says it could also be a race that the president stays neutral in. As for Wesley Hunt, he believes he could make significant gains in the coming months.
Hunt is the real wild card because with 1 out of every 3 Republican primary voters really not knowing much about him, he has tremendous room to grow, both positively, but there's always the possibility that negative attack ads by the Cornyn campaign in particular could cause some of that 30% to develop a negative opinion of Hunt rather than a positive opinion.
So here is where this race could get tricky. While Cornyn is the longtime incumbent, many inside of the party don't believe that he aligns with the president's views. Paxton, a staunch supporter of the president and his agenda, faces a number of legal and ethical troubles that could make him a liability. Tomorrow at 6, we'll take a look at the Texas Democratic Senate primary and the name leading in virtually every poll, but is yet to declare for the race.